But I know you and Damian talked about how there was an early report from Pablo Torre about how Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, has been banned from the premises.
Yeah.
But then later on, UNC walked it on back and said, no. She's welcome the same access as any non-employee of UNC. Well, Bill Belichick's got some damage control to do. He's going to appear on the show that, we appeared on. Good Morning America.
What a copycat.
Bill Belichick. Everyone's talking about the former New England Patriot and now University of North Carolina football coach and legend. Now this week, he's live on GMA. Michael Strahan with Bill Belichick, the morning exclusive, Friday, live on Good Morning America.
We got to wait all the way until Friday until Bill Belichick gets behind the mic to explain some things on national television. What's this about, Theo?
All right, first off, is Michael Strahan the guy for the job?
I think so. I think he's the perfect guy for the job.
Is he going to ask him anything uncomfortable, though? Or is he going to, buddy up with him? Is he going to be, Michael Strahan is a little too nice.
So, of course, Michael Strahan was on the Giants team that ended the Patriots' undefeated season in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, Bill Belichick has got to have undying respect for the man asking those questions, and I think that is necessary for Bill Belichick to give you a straight answer in this circumstance.
Do you think Jordan Hudson is pulling up with him? Is she going to be in the room?
She's not taking anybody by surprise at this point.
Right.
I think that's critical, where ABC has decided, that's Good Morning America, right?
Yeah. What did they agree to?
They know that this is something to deal with before they schedule this interview. But then again, they'll schedule this interview knowing that they'll have to jump through that hurdle.
Yeah. And she's obviously the decision maker in this.
They would have advertised if she was going to be behind a microphone. She'll be behind the camera, if anything.
Yeah, she's not going to be on a mic. I'm just saying, is she going to be in the room dictating because I think they said live.
Right, that's important.
On Good Morning America. That is extremely important. Ain't no running from the live mic. That light come on, and it's a live interview. That's why I said I'm concerned that this is going to be a fluff interview, and they're going to talk mostly about his book. This whole time have had some skepticism in the back of my brain, a theory, if you will, that all of this is just more ammo for him to continue to have more platforms to promote his book. Just saying. Promote his book, and also, isn't she running for like Miss America or something?
Oh, I don't know about that. But I also saw Pablo Torre, who was the one with the source.
Deep diving on that.
Pablo Torre had the source that ended up being kind of incorrect, pretty much incorrect, about Jordan Hudson being banned from UNC facilities. He came out again and had another report that there is, quote, a very real chance that Bill Belichick is not the head coach of UNC football week 1 this year.
Yeah. He been the first one was a swing and a miss. You think he's more accurate on this one?
But he's a big journalist. Like, he prides himself on his sources, on his information. He would not speculate and jeopardize his credibility as a journalist if he didn't truly, wholeheartedly believe what he was running with.
I trust Pablo Torre. Man, if he doesn't, man, this is going to be one of the worst fall-offs we've seen. Like, you talk about, I always talk about it matters how you're introduced to the public in sports. It matters what you do in your prime, the productivity that you do in your prime. Do you surpass our expectations? Do you, disappoint? Or you even kill what we thought you would do? And then also what matters is the fall-off, the ending to your career. Bill Belichick is having one of the most undesirable dismounts to a Hall of Fame coaching career that I have seen. Like, I did not watch Pat Riley go out like this. I did not watch Phil Jackson go out like this. Bill Parcells went out strong. Like, this is ugly. If this is the way we're going to see his career, his legendary career end, I hope he gets it right, because it's going to take a lot of the lure away from what the Bill Belichick aura was.
Yeah, certainly, because we kind of went into, before this all happened, after Belichick got the job, instituted his crew in running the program, learning that it was kind of a setting up the job for his son situation.
Yeah.
Steve? Where
Steve. I don't know why I just...
Steve Belichick. Yeah,
Steve. I know it's Steve Belichick. Just when you said it, it sounded so lackluster. Setting up his son, Steve.
But it's also a way for Bill Belichick to get back into the NFL like he wants to do.
He ain't going back.
Could it end his possibility of getting an NFL job?
I don't think he's going. Again,
because if he failed at UNC in a non-spectacular way, He just was a failure with not the extracurriculars with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I still would have seen a situation where he gets a job in the NFL. We've seen failures of coaches still fail upward to jobs. And if there's anyone to make an exception for, it's Bill Belichick. But to fail this way is unprecedented.
He pre-scandal could not get a job in the league. Raheem Morris got a job over him. Like, he could not get a job in the league before all of this stuff with Jordan Hudson. Now, with this lingering issue, with the book he wrote, and now with the tell-all he's about to do on Friday, you think the NFL is going to be like, you know what, let's take a risk on him. He's a year older. He's a year older, and he comes with much more baggage. Let's see what Bill's got left in the tank. I don't know if he ever coaches in the NFL again. That's the biggest fallout from all of this, despite what happens at UNC and the ACC over the next couple of years.
And listen, I don't want to get too apples to oranges, but talking about the baggage that comes with an acquisition. Talking about with a head coach, a prospective NFL program, adding Bill Belichick. The baggage that comes to them is getting bigger by the day with this lady that seems to be in his presence 24/7.
Aaron Rodgers.
Kind of reminds me of the Shedeur Sanders thing.
And Shedeur Sanders.
With Shedeur Sanders, if you hit on that and you strike gold, you have a franchise quarterback with that baggage. That's the risk you're taking.
Yeah.
If you strike gold with Bill Belichick, you're getting him for like 3 or 4 seasons.
Right.
Like, the risk reward is not quite there with Bill Belichick.
It's not there, and also the question is, though, I still would think that the Apex Belichick is probably better than the most you can get out of Shedeur Sanders.
That's true.
You know?
Fair enough.
But I don't think either one of them going to pan out. And that was a get-around. And that was fun.
I had more in this tank, too.
Oh, you did?
I had. I know. It's the longest get-around of all time.
How about this? More get-around on the other side. I can't keep the people waiting. The good people are like, oh, my goodness, so much get-around. I'll give y'all more get-around. There's more stops. This was a. You're right. You came through with it.
I told you.
You've been holding back.
I over-deliver. I never would under-deliver on a get-around.
Man, speaking of over-delivering, EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. They over-deliver. Left and right.
There's nothing worse than having a bad AC.
It will literally rot you at your core.
Or I haven't experienced this really in my adult life yet, but I could not fathom having plumbing issues.
Plumbing issue is I need immediate help now. I can't just go to a hotel. I need a professional to make their way to my house ASAPually.
We need to get you a Batman signal, but for EDS.
Well, I can't promise y'all a signal, but I can give you the website, edsisyes.com. Air conditioning, plumbing issues, edsisyes.com. Ask yourself this right now. Is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home? Because if the answer is no, EDS is yes. Don't let that small issue, that small tick of a problem that you're putting Band-Aid fixes on, compile into something greater, and now you have an emergency situation on your hand. We've all been there. Maybe not with plumbing. In South Florida, I know you've been there with air conditioning. And let me tell you the people that can help you out. EDS is Palm Beach County's trusted AC and plumbing expert. They'll make sure you get your air and water flowing perfectly so you can relax in comfort. And this is the best part. This is it. This right here is what gets the hair on the back of your neck standing up. They got flexible financing options.
Oh, nice.
Your budget won't stand in between you and the comfort you deserve. CCAT, that's all you care about. Like, can you fit it in my budget?
Exactly. I'm not reckless with my spending decisions. If I can't afford it, I'm not going to buy it.
Hit up EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Call today or visit edsyes.com because when comfort matters, EDS is yes. The get around was so good that we had to break it up into intervals. We have more stops to go and that means more cities to hit. I'm a traveling Teddy these days. I'm on the go. I got motion on this Monday. I can't wait to see what's on the other side. Oh, and there it is right there. Miss Maine. Jalen says here in the YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm, Miss Maine is what she's been going out for.
She's like running for it or wanted or competed already?
Running for Miss Maine.
Damn.
So she's got an agenda.
Is this going to hurt her campaign?
I don't know. I think it helps it because at least now she sticks out from the crowd. I think it gives her a chance to
with a Bill Belichick noise hurt Jordan Hudson's Miss Maine draft stock.
Everybody's talking about this. Yes. Everybody's talking about this in the beauty salons in Maine specifically. I will say though, for Jordan Hudson, now there is attention on you when you do walk up to the mic to speak. And if she takes that moment to be more than what people assume she is, to be humble, to be gracious, to say something compelling. People are going to be listening. People are going to write articles about it. It is going to resonate. So she has a